ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमदास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमदास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोडकं वार्तिककारमन्यानस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्तगोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। Similar to what is said in Bhagavad Gita, that sankalpa creates the kama, and then from there onwards the entire decline of the individual starts. And the example that was given is that of the ball that has fallen from the hand on a step by step, downstairs steps. How from step number 1 it doesn't go to second, it will go to 5, it will go to 10, and then to 20, and then 40. How quickly it will sopana pankto patito yata tata. Just like in 325 it is said, padati prachyuta kelika kandukaha pramadataha prachyuta kelika kandukaha. By mistake that which has fallen from the hand, how it will further go down without you able to, stop it. In the same way, Vishaya Chintanat, Vishaya Sankalpat, Nasha. So we read in the 53:26, I think we already did that, or we have to start with that? We did that. Vishayeshva Vishayechetah Sankalpayati Tadgunan Samyak Sankalpanat Kamaha Kamat Pumsa Pravartanam. Vishayeshu Avishayechetah, entering into the objects. Tadgunan Sankalpayati, characteristics of the objects being imagined by the individual. Samyak Sankalpanat Kamaha. By that imagination, there is cause that is causing desire. Kama Pumsaha Pramartanam. So because of that kama, individual engages into actions that will procure that object or pleasure for that person. So where should we stop the process? Where should we have a control? Objects in the world, we have no control. They are there all the time. You cannot eliminate the objects. That is not possible. Okay. Can we stop seeing things? Eyes are open, ears are open, nose is open. We cannot stop seeing also. Perception is also there. So that also cannot be stopped. What we can stop is the desire, the origin of the desire in the form of Vishaya Guna Chintanam. Remembering or thinking about, brooding over, imagining the qualities of the objects. When we stop that part, then only the kama desire that is born out of the sankalpa will not take place. Once the desire has come, then action will follow. The desire is there, but action is stopped. There will be inner turmoil there. Mujhe chahiye, but I don't do it. इच्छा है परंतु काम कर्म नहीं है. So that is why it is said such a person will become mithyachar. Mithyachar means one सर्वेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य या आस्ते मनसा स्मरन् इंद्रियार्थान् विमूढात्मा मिथ्याचारस्य उच्यते. Indriyarthan smaran, remembering or thinking about the objects but not doing anything. So, kamasya moolam sankalpa. The root of the desire being sankalpa. So, therefore, in the next verse, what happens when the karma starts out of kama action? Tadaswarupa vibramshaha स्तुपतत्यतः पतितस्य विनानाशम् पुनर्नारोह ईक्ष्यते संकल्पं वर्जयेत् तस्मात् सर्वानर्थस्य कारणम् अपत्यानि हि वस्तूनि व्याधिग्रस्तो यतोत्सृजेत् तदस्वरूप विभ्रंशो विभ्रष्टस्तु पतत्यतः पतितस्य विनानाशं पुनर्नारोह ईक्षते संकल्पं वर्जयेत् तस्मात् सर्वानर्थस्य कारणम् अपत्यानि हि वस्तूनि व्याधिग्रस्तो यथा सृजेत्. ततः thereafter कामात् प्रवर्तितः कर्म, kama desire leading to action. Therefore, one engaging in actions fulfilling the desire is moving away from swarupa. It becomes swarupa pravipra vibramshaha. Swarupa vibramshaha bhavati. Vibramsha means deviation, falling apart. So such a person who deviates from swarupa, from one's own true nature. So here it is not a forceful practice of holding the mind in one place, which is yoga marga. What they do is use the discipline of focusing on any particular point of concentration, let us say. Thereby, there is a certain amount of control over the mind, and holding on to a particular object of attention, one is able to let go of all other thoughts. Even japa is used by many people for that purpose. Ekagrata chintanartham. But here the ekagrata chintana is not what is mentioned as necessary for a person, because these are all external practices that may help a person for keeping the mind in one place, but cause of the problem is not removed. No, sankalpa hai. So sankalpa hai. So it is like if you go to a doctor with a particular sickness, he will give a medicine to stop the spread of that problem. That vyadi will be stopped by the medicine. But then a true doctor will say, you have to change your style of living, living style you have to change. First and foremost is patyam. What does not suit your body, you stop. That you have to detect and eliminate. That's why it says, apatyani vastuni vyadigrastaha yata utsrujet. The second verse. Vyadigrastaha, one who is sick. Apatyani vastuni, what is not suitable to oneself. Yata utsrujet, as he lives, tata eva. Sankalpam varjayet. A sankalpa varjanam is called dieting. So diet has to be fine. Spiritual diet, what is that? Sankalpa Varjanam. Removal of the Sankalpa is the diet plan, spiritual diet plan. Sankalpam Varjaye Tasmat. Why? Sarva Anarthasya Karanam Sankalpam. That which is causing the greatest calamity. And what is a calamity? Swaswarupa Vibramshatvam. Staying or deviating from Swaswarupa, one's own true nature. And so what is the problem then? Let me be not abiding in the self. Vibrashtastu patati adaha. Vibrashtaha, one who has deviated from his abidance in the self, adaha padati, falls further low. So, patitasya, for a person who has thus fallen away from his true self, nasham vina, without being completely destroyed, punaha na aroha ikshate. There is no possibility of climbing up again. Once the ball has fallen down all the way down, even you cannot catch it. And it is not possible thereafter to pick it up easily once you have fallen. Similarly, Swarupa Vibramshaha, such a person cannot punaha na aroha tasya. There is no possibility of he coming back again. That becomes the habit of that person. That is the problem there. Thereafter, he get used to such kind of living. So, it's just like a person who is sick must go through the diet plan in the same way. So, it is said, Yatyatidam kurude tat santuhu tat tat kamasya cheshtitam. It is smritehe. It is a, whatever a person does, this is nothing but expression of the desire. So, it is not for us to judge others. Whatever action we do, there is a desire plan behind this. Yatyat, whatever it is. Idam kurute, a person, jantuhu, whatever, not only human, any living being engaging in the world means there is a desire behind this. Nobody does an action without prompted by a desire. So therefore, tataha swarupa vibramshaha swarupat prachutihi vismaranam ityartha. Therefore, there is a forgetfulness of one's own true nature. Vibrashtasu adaha anatmasu kosheshu tattvara durudureshu vishayeshu patati gacchati. Patitasya adiduram nitasya nasham vina Swarupa adarshanameva nashaha. So, one who, what is nasha here? It is not that he is going to be destroyed. Swarupa adarshanam nasham. Not able to experience one's own true nature itself is destruction. As Upanishad also says, ihached avedit ata satyamasti. If one is able to obtain it here, then it is true. Nachediha avedin, if one day does not get that realization in this life, mahati vinashti. Great is the destruction. Upanishad. Mahati vinashti. Because in the living human birth alone, this discrimination is possible. As an elephant or a cat or a rat or a dog or a buffalo, does it have the discrimination? Oh, ये बिल्कुल स्वरूप विभ्रंश हो जाता है, इसलिए मैं एक नहीं करूँगा. नहीं है, not possible. As a human being, by thinking, he can evolve, and he has evolved in different ways. But this spiritual evolution is a most subtle form of adjustment. In those who do not have this knowledge, forget about it. It is not even they are aware of the possibility of coming out of it. So, Swarupa Adarshanam Sarvada Dehadikam Atmatvena Manyamanasya Tasya Maranadi Sattvat. For such a person who considers oneself as only body, etc., the Nasha is Maranam eva Nashaha, Maranam abhi Nashaha, Janma abhi Nashaha, Janma abhi Dukkam, Maranam abhi Dukkam, Jara Dukkam, Janma Dukkam, Marana Dukkam, Sarvam Dukkam. Asyabi Sarvamastedi, Brantya Sadasa Samsara Laksha Lagnatwameva, dwelling and deeply drowned in that. Punarna Aroha Bala Barbalabha Ikshate. Sarva Anarthasya Karanam Sankalpam Tasmad Varjayet Naguryat. So continuing here, Ata Pramadanna Parosti Mrityu. Mrityuhu Vivekino Brahmavidas Samadau Samahidas Siddhimupaiti Samyak Samahitatma Bhavasavadanaha Ada prasadana parosti mrityuhu vivekino brahmavidas samadau samahitas siddhimupaiti samyak samahitatma bhavasavadana. Savadana. Savadana. Ata pramadana. What did he say? Prasada. Oh, I didn't know. I thought pramada. Mrityuhu paramadat na paraha asti. So pramada, inadvertence or erroneousness, absence of alertness, that is death. Pramado vai mrityuhu. Because of the fact that the inadvertence, erroneous living is indeed falling back onto the habitual ways of living. So, tasmad na paraha asti mrityuhu. To whom? To Vivekina only. Not for us, Swamiji. To a person who is a Viveki. To those who are Vivekis. So, Viveki means what? We are awake. Very much awake is called Vivek. We are all awakes. We are awake but not Vivek. We are aware, we are opened our eyes, but not we have opened the eye of knowledge. Vivekinaha Brahmavitaha Samadau. In that state of meditation, one should not have any kind of pramada. Samadau na pramada karut krutyat. In that ability to meditate, you don't make any mistake. So such a person who has mind completely available for the self is called samahitaha. Samyak ahitaha. Dha is the root word. Dha is to place. Dha. And in past participle it become hitaha. This is a peculiar formation there. Dha, to place, become hitaha, is placed. So ahitaha, well placed. Samyak ahitaha, very well placed. So one who has mind very well placed in the self is called samahita. One our Advayananji, Swami Advayananda, we all studied together. So he was given the name Brahmachari Samahit. His name is Samahit. So when when we are named, after a brahmacharya name is given. Somebody asked, what is your name? Swamiji, new name, brahmacharya. Samahit. Oh, Samahit. in Tamil, Sama means well. Hit means Devi asko. Samahit. It also means success. Samahit. 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 If you read it, it's called Samahit. So, Samahit. Samahitaha Samyak Siddhim Upayati. He gains greatest success. That is also true. Samahit means great success. So, Siddhim Samyak Siddhim Upayati. So, therefore, Savadanaha, very carefully, Samahita Atma Bhava. May you become a person of total abidance, and what is complete abidance in the form of self-perfection, leading to that ability to unerringly staying there. Samahita Atma Bhava Savadan. Savadan se. Savadanaha Pramadarahitaha Samahitatma Nirantaram Brahma Nirvishesha Antakarano Bhava. The mind is able to get back to the self again and again. It will go away. That's why Bhagavan said, Shanai Shanaihi Uparamet. Slowly, slowly, slowly bring it back. Forcefully don't do that, because that's why Savadhan say, carefully. Ramdas, when he was getting married, the Purohit said, Savadhan, Savadhan, he ran away. Now I understood. I am getting into trouble now. So when somebody getting married, why so much of sound they create? You know that? There is this Shanai going on, or another song going on, then there's a drums beating, everybody's laughing loud, because the fellow should not understand. He's getting into trouble. I always see them like a goda being brought with the garland and all, right? Bakra. Bakrid. So they bring, then it will, but that God really knows, the Chandan, Kumkum and all, that it knows, it will, somehow it knows, when they put all the decoration and then, I'm not coming, they'll drag him there to that Balipid. I have not seen, thank God, so far where they physically cut it, but I know that when they take it, when I was growing up, in that nearby household, every year they go to a temple nearby. The tradition is like that. They go to a temple, Kali Mandir nearby, and then they give bali of this goat. But interestingly, that the goat is grown like a pet at home. And I used to play with that goat, small little fellow, they run around, until it becomes a little bigger, it'll run around, etc. But when I know the day has come where that fellow will be taken up, I feel so miserable. And that day they give bath to that fellow, Chandan Kumkum. So, and they take him in a lorry, truck, and the fellow won't go. He knows. Somehow they know. They somehow drag him into that and tie him inside the backside of the truck, and then that much I know. When they come back, they say, where is that fellow? You grew up for the whole year. Antar hai. Antar. Ho gaya. So bad. What to do? So, why that came here? Savadhan. Okay. So, when Ramdas was getting married, Savadhan. God. And there onwards, he just ran out of the place. Good. Even now they do that Savadhan, but nobody is able to hear that because it's so much of sound created there. That's why I don't go there, because I know you could come out. This is the time to come out. But what to do? Adapramada parosti mritya, that is samahidatma bhava savadana. So Gurudev affords the right. Therefore, there is no death other than forgetfulness. This forgetfulness of our real nature alone is living death. Forgetfulness is death because it immediately breeds imagination and they bring forth desires. Desire gives birth to activity. Activity precipitates more and more vasanas, which bring and more thoughts. And more the thoughts, more the activity. In order to exhaust the newfound vasanas, a fresh body has to be taken up. Thus, the individual falls into the whirling wheel of birth and deaths. Indeed, other than forgetfulness, there is no death. Pramadat na parosti mrityuhu. So contemplate upon the self with great care, meaning slowly. You cannot force upon a bud and make it a flower. It must take its own time. A forcibly opened flower will not have real beauty or true fragrance. Never hurry up. Let it take its own time. All that we have to do is to put ourselves on the rails, on the right track, running in the right direction. We shall reach in time of our coveted destination. So do not compare yourself with anybody else. Somebody may be going faster, somebody may be slow. Somebody may be going faster without taking care. That also will be a disaster. I have seen many people who hurriedly take up to sannyas or hurriedly take up to some kind of living and then later on, unable to maintain it, fall apart with greater frustration. So one should pick up that speed slowly, and as per one's vasanas, so will be the speed, because the vasanas will pull you back. How much ever attempt you make, there will be enough earlier tendencies that will pull you back to the world. With the knowledge, the sword of knowledge, one should slowly cut the ties with the vasanas. And also not giving opportunities for the vasanas to grow. That is what is going to be said later on. So one cannot hurry up, or one should not get frustrated. I'm not improving at all. You are trying now, don't try to prove to anybody. It is taking its own time because of the accumulated vasanas in the past. You cannot blame yourself for that, but it's happened over a period of time. So as much as possible, don't try to add new vasanas. That much one should take care now. No additions added to your life. Don't bring new habits, at least. अभी तो कॉफी पिया, अब से आज से हम वाइन पीऊंगा, ऐसा मत करो. Don't add more new things to your life. Whatever is there, please reduce it. First of all, clear your garage. It's just a small Home Depot. Clear up. Don't add anything to it. You keep on adding and it will only cause greater trouble. And externally adding is okay, but if you are adding it in the mind, so this I need, that I need, there's no end. And don't go by the worldly ways, because world is always there to sell you products, right? Those who are in the sales, they feel very frustrated when I say that. But the world is always coming with new things to sell you, and you keep on accumulating, there will be a problem then. So therefore, very, very carefully and slowly may you gain a state of inner peace. Jivito yasya kaivalyam videhe sacha kevalaha yatkinchit pashyato bhedam Vayam brute yajushrutihi Jivato yasya kaivalyam videhe sacha kevalaha yatkinchit pashyato bhedam ayam brute yajushrutihi. Jivitaha kevalam yasya videhe sacha kevalaha. Kevala means the state of oneness with the self is possible while living also, or after leaving the body as well. Wherever one perceives difference, yat kinchit pashyatah vedam bhayam brute yajashrutihi. Wherever one sees difference, that alone would cause fear. Yesterday I was giving a satsang to Seattle, and I tell them every month I have one satsang in the Seattle Chinmaya Mission, and they give me a list of questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said, every month you are having a Vedanta test for me. A Vedanta test for the Swami, every month, once. But their questions are very beautiful. Then yesterday the test question for me was 25 mark answer. Sat, Chit, Ananda, are they to be understood one after another? Is that after Sat, then it is Chit. After Chit, it is Ananda. How is that to be order? I mean, in what order it should be? That was a question. So I told them, see, in Mandukya, it's very clearly given, these are all not 3 characteristics of the self, it is 3 dimensions of the self. It is one only, from 3 different angles you look at it. It is not 3 different characteristics. Because Sat, when you say a thing exists, if it is not known, will it exist? Usko, its astitva is possible only when it is known. Either it knows itself or something else knows it. If this thing is there, it is there because it is known to be there. Right? Either it should know itself. If I say, do I exist? If I ask myself, I know. Right? Do I know this exists? Yes. So, Sat is inherently there is Chit. Sattaya hi Chit, Chittaya hyaham. Ramana Maharshi beautifully put it, Sadeva Chit. If an existence is there, unless it is known, it's not existing. Who knows its existence? If nobody knows the existence, does it exist? So Sat and Chit are so interconnected. That which exists inherently is in requirement of Chit. All right. In Taittiriya Upanishad, what he said, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Anantam, not Anand is written, Anantam. Anantam means 2 meaning. Anantam only is end. Ananta means no difference. Ant nahi hai isme. Antar means difference. Meaning that which has nothing other than itself. उसका अनंत कहते हैं. अनंत one meaning is eternal. Eternal. उसका beginning नहीं है, end नहीं है. अनंत. Another meaning is, other than that there is nothing. Other than that there is nothing. So, when do I really feel unhappy? Really? When I lose something which I have, right? I am unhappy. Or when I don't get what I want, I'm unhappy. Correct? So, losing what I already have cannot be possible with this because it's Ananta. इसका end नहीं है. So that which does not have end cannot lose itself. So how will there be any unhappiness about it? Other than itself, there is nothing. There is nothing to want. There is no unhappiness. If anything else is there other than me, which I want, which I don't have, then there is dukkam. उस मेरे पास ये नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है, then what will you lose? What will you what ask for? Also, one who does not end, he does not have anything to lose. So anantatvat anandam. And another thing is, if you look at carefully, Sat cannot end. If you say Sat is subject to end, who knows that end? Asat. Chit cannot end. If it ends, who knows its end? That must be Chit only. So Sat, Chit, and Ananta eva Ananda. So the answer to this question is Sattaya hi Chit, Chit eva Anandam. So there are not three different things. It is three aspects of the same thing, which are one only in three different dimensions. So why I am saying this is, in this verse it is said, when one does not understand the nature of the Sat as Ananta, in the sense that other than that there is nothing else, that is called Kaivalyam. Kaivalyam means aloneness. Aloneness does not mean staying alone. Aloneness means I am alone there. Nobody else is there. I am Sat. Anything else is there? Ape? Then you are Asat. So Sat alone is there, right? And nothing else is there. Therefore, when there is no other, there is no Bhayam. Dvitiya tvai Bhayam bhavati. Only when there is other, there is fear. Only when there is other, there is possibility of being attacked, being overpowered by the other. So therefore here is written, when there is yes kinchit pashyatah bedam, when a person sees the difference, bhayam brute yajushrutihi. Then yajushrutihi, that is the Taittiriya Upanishad says, that dvadiyat bhayam. Duality alone causes fear. Duality alone causes sorrow also, because what I lose, if I am losing something, that means it's not me. What I lose is not me. What I lose is not me, that's why I'm losing it. I'm losing my hair, that is not you. I'm losing my beauty, that is not you. What you are losing is not you. I lost my teeth also, that's not you. दंत को निकलो वेदांत बनो. Vedanta. So, therefore, jivitaha yasya kaivalyam, yasya pumsaha jivataha, pranantarataha, kaivalyam sarva upadi sambandha vinirmuktatvam. So there is a complete elimination of identification with all the upadis. Then Purusha Daureyaha Videhe cha Deha Padanantaramapi. Even as the physical body is no more, there also Kevalaha Yatkinchit Bedam Pashyataha Yajusruti Yada Hi Evesha Edasmin Udaramantaram Kurute Atatasya Payam Bhavati. In Taittiriya Upanishad it is said, therefore, Gidi Bhayam Brute Ut Api Aram Swalpam Antaram. So the very word Aram is little. Antaram means even a little difference. Aram Swalpam Antaram Bedam. So Swalpam Abhi Bedam is Antaram. Kurute Pashyati Ataha Tada Tasya Bhayam Bhavati. Some people say, Swamiji, you are living in the ashram alone? Yes. Are you not afraid? Afraid of whom? Nobody else is there. If I hear a sound, then definitely I am afraid. Koi aur hai. If nobody is there, what is the fear? If nobody is there, there cannot be fear. If some sound comes, then I am afraid. Oh, somebody else is here in this place. How can it be fear of anything when there is nobody? So here, swalpamapi bedam kuradiya pashyada tada tasya vayam bhavati. Kaivalya heduscha nirvikalpa samadhi nishtha eva. So here, kaivalya is nothing but nirvikalpa samadhi. Vakshati upadibeda swayameva vidyate chopadhya bohe apohe svayameva kevalah tasmat upade vilayaya vidwan vatet sada kalpa samadhi nishtayam. It will be said in the 378. Later on we will see that how upadi veda swayameva vidyate, when upadis are no more, how an individual remains in that samadhi avastha. Tatveva vayam vidusho amanmanasya. So only to the person who is not abiding in the self, to him alone is the vayam. So Yajushruti Artamaha Yata Katachiti. Okay. So continuing next verse. Yata kata va vipaschideshaha brahmanyanantapyabunama anumatra vedam brahmanyanantepyanumatra vedam pasyatyadamushya bhayam tadeva yadikshidam vinnataya pramadat yata kada vapi vipaschideshaha brahmanyanante pyanumatra vedam pasyatyadamushya bhayam tadeva yadvikshitam vinnataya pramadat. Here yada should be understood as yadi. Yadi in case, katavapi at whichever time, a vipaschit is viveki to start with. Vipaschit means visheshena pashyati iti vipaschit. One who is able to have a clear, special vision. Viprakrishta chetaha iti. Visprashtaha chetadi. Vicheta. Vipracheta. Viprachit. So that is the word is divided as vipaschit. Vipaschit. Visheshena chetati. Chinoti. He discovers. So, yada kada vapi vipaschid yeshaha brahmani anante, in this eternal self, anumatra vedam, if a person makes a difference between the highest self, oneself, and anything else, even a little, pashyati, anumatra vedam pashyati, ata pashyati ata amushya bhayam tadeva. To that fear causes because of that very difference itself. See, that's why when somebody who has a difference of opinion from yours, you don't feel like very comfortable with that person. Okay? Usually, when somebody differs from your perception or your opinion, we are not so graceful. So, you can have your own opinion about it. But inside you are grinding your teeth. You fellow doesn't, you don't agree with me, and how long you will go on like this? Let me see. Next day when you propose, I will. So there is a kind of anger or some kind of a fear also. If that person again comes to a meeting, oh, why should he come here? Again he will oppose me, right? And so here, even a little difference one makes, if it is another person, it is okay. But within oneself, if there is a dichotomy, then you are living with that fear all the time. Brahmani anante api anumatra bedam pashyati ata amushya bayam tadeva yad vikshitam pinnataya pramada, which is seen as different due to erroneous perception. Binnataya pashyati ikshitam pramadat, due to inadvertence, through mistake, that is what is perceived by him as different. Yeshaha vipasyid viveki brahmavit anante trivida paricheda shunye brahmani anumatra bedamapi ishitapi bedam. Even as one makes a difference between that self which is unconditioned by time, space, and causation. Trivida paricheda shunye. Yada yadi ityartha. That's why he makes it by yada. It should be used as yadi. Katavapi, whenever kadachidapi yadi pashyati atatarhi pramadat anavadanat binnataya iti ikshitam tad eva amushya vidushaha amanvanasya bayam. One who is not thinking correctly, for him it becomes the cause of fear. Bhayanakam dvidiyatve bayam bhavati iti shrutehe sarvam tam paradhatu yo anyatram atmanah sarvam veda yo anyatah atah viduhu anya rajanahate shayya loka bhavanti iti. Again he is quoting from the Upanishads to say that one who is seeing oneself different, knowing oneself as different, one who is thinking that something else is overruling him, such a person lives in Shayya Loka Bhavanti. So when a person thinks somebody else is overruling that person or somebody is more powerful, is it not in the presence of that person one feels frightened, afraid? And unfortunately, most religious teachings begin with saying, God will punish you. They instill fear for the individuals to follow rules. Right? So in church and other things, they say that unless you are buried in the church area, which is proper rituals done, and you have to be buried in that area where where the church is placed or near that. Otherwise you will go to hell only, for sure. Even if you are a good person. So they have instilled fear in such a way that in all religions, it is not that only in Christianity and such other. In all religions, there are many, many different ways of instilling fear in the mind of the people, such that they are caught up in the fear complex and follow whatever is said. It is done for a purpose so that people don't do mistakes. That is right. But that doesn't allow them to come out free. Freedom is not there in that condition, right? So because of the fear of God or fear of punishment or fear of hell, you follow, but not really you want to follow. I wish God is not there to cause me so much of fear. So that's why people come out of this fear, and then that freedom is caused by, freedom is when they think, okay, God cannot do anything about it. That kind of a freedom. Not by understanding that freedom is your birthright. So freedom is birthright, which is already known, very famous state. Freedom is your birthright. What does it mean? Freedom is when your birth is right. If the knowledge is right, freedom is for sure. And in all the Upanishads and all the scriptures, it is said in, especially Sanatana Dharma, where release freedom is only when you renounce what is not you. What is not you, you renounce that, leave it. But what is not me, that is the teaching. See, if I ask what is not you, you will go any stranger on the road. What is not you? You tell me. What will he say? You are not me. This is not me. This car is not me. He will only show the objects around him. You are not me. She is not me. The building is not me. The car is not me. The phone is not me. My house is not me. All that he will say. But he will never say, I am not me. The body is not me. How much you can say? How you can say? So what you do not know, to teach that is the Veda. The Vedas teach us not what we already know. There's no need. What we think we are, which is by mistake, need to be told, no, that you mistaking yourself to be you is not you. Therefore, Shruti Smriti Nyaya Shadir Nishidde Drishye Trayaswatmamatim Karoti Upaiti Dukkopari Dukkhajatam Nishiddha Karta Samalim Lucho Yata Shruti Smriti Nyaya Shatir Nishidde Drishyetra Yaswatmamatim Karoti Upaidi Dukkopari Dukkhajatam Nishiddha Karta Samalim Nucho Yata Yaha Swatmamatim Karoti Atra Drishye. Whatever is perceived by him, he mistake himself to be that. Atmamatim karoti drishye. If one comes to feel oneself as something and everything that he sees, obviously a fool would not think that the object around him is he. That obviously is not true. But the attention is now a body be, this physical body is also drishya vastu, perceived only. It is also something which is subject to perception, subject to knowing through the senses. If the senses are not there, you cannot see, hear, taste, smell or touch the body. Do you think you are the body then? Do you think you are the body when you can't see it or hear it or smell or touch or taste? With the five senses only you think you are the body, right? If all the five senses are out, just as it happens in the case of dream, all the five senses are down, then do you think this is your you? No, you don't. When these five windows are closed, body is no more. Body is no more experienced as this. Then the mind takes over. So mind assumes everything. And in the mind is shut down in the state of sleep. Then there is no question of even the world, perceived world. The thought world is not there. Memory world is not there. Feeling and emotion world is also not. That world is also out. So what is not you? Whatever is perceived is not you. Drishye, in that what is atra, drishye, whatever is seen, yaha swatmamadim karoti. And this is the teaching given in the Shruti and Smriti. In Nyaya also, Smriti, Smriti, Nyaya, Shatair, Nishidde, Drishye. Nishidde, discarded, ignored. By whom? Shruti, by the scriptures or Upanishad, Smriti, Gita Ityadi, Nyaya, by logic. Shadaihi, hundreds of them, Nishridde Drishye, whatever is seen is said to be discarded as not you. One who does not do that, instead, Swatma Madim Karoti, one who thinks that is he, such a person, Upaiti, he gets what? Dukkha apara, dukkha apa, upari, dikkopari dukkha jatam. Sorrow after sorrow, one after another. And because he is a Nishiddha Karta Saha, he has done a grave mistake. Like what? Like that of a thief. Malim Luchaha Yata. Malim Lucha means a thief who has done the forbidden action. From the standpoint of the Upanishad, he is equal to a thief. Why? He has done a grave mistake, a crime. Like in any city or any place in a society or community, somebody who does mistake or a crime is punishable. The judge will punish him through the law. But here, a person who mistakes himself to be something other than what he is not, continuous dukkham will come and punish him. Dukkha upari dukkha jatam sa nishiddha karta upaidi. नेति नेति नह नेह नानास्ति किंचन न अत्र काचन विदा अस्ति इत्यादि श्रुतिभिः तत् अनुसारिणिभिः स्मृतिभिः अनादिमत्परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते इत्याद्यादिभिः पंचकोश विवेचन समये दर्शितैः न्यायश्च परशतैः दृश्यं देहादिकम् अहङ्कारान्तं नात्मा इति निषिद्धे अत्र दृश्ये देहादौ यस्वात्मरतिं मतिं अहमिति धियं करोति सः निषिद्धकर्ता पापी. He is considered as a sinful person. अत एव मलिम्लुचः मलिन अंतःकरणः यथा इति कर्तव्यता मूढः दुःख उपरि दुःखजातम् उपैति. So he, such an individual, gains one after another continuous sorrow. So nobody else needs to punish that person. He punishes himself by making that grave mistake of mistaking himself to be something other than oneself. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.